This is the 18th of December 2024. We're at Vincent Corporation. This press was tested briefly with a very abrasive material. You can see the sort of fiber that was being run. Knowing that it was abrasive, we had our standard hard surfacing on this screw. It came back. We cleaned it up, just wiped it with a rag. And now we're applying the Techno tungsten carbide hard surfacing. We're going to make this one extremely abrasion resistant, which is required for this particular application. Okay, yeah, go ahead, light it. Notice your thumb or finger working the powder. Notice the temperature of the plate. Notice he's working on a vertical surface, applying it to a vertical surface. This is the application where we're restoring a worn screw that is used in an extremely abrasive. And here you can see how the edges have been built up with weld material to get the diameter bigger. Okay, we're going to show how she goes about fixing this thing. She's putting some xylene, I think that's our paint thinner, to clean up the surface where she's going to apply the tungsten carbide powder puddle applied hard surfacing. And that is, she's doing this as an example. Normally this entire screw would be polished the way you see it polished right here. All that stuff will be polished. But for now, we're just going to do a couple of flights here. She's loading in the powder, and that goes into the container that goes on her gun, which applies the powder to the puddle. Sí, lo queremos poner ahí adentro también. Here we have a screw that has received the initial coating of hard surfacing, and then it has been through machining. Notice that the initial coating doesn't go all the way out, and now we are going to get the coating all the way out to the very tip of the flight. Have to heat up the surface, and there you see sparks where some powder is applied. The neat thing about this hard surfacing is we can get it right out to the edge of the flight without going past the edge. With other hard surfacings that we've used, it was easy to go past the edge, and the material is so hard that a grinder won't take it off. So we weren't able to put our hard coating surfacing as far out as we do now. Notice how smooth this has gone on. This other same hard surfacing is much more rippled, and that's because it was applied over a very rough surface of previous hard surfacing. So here we get the advantage of putting the material on a smooth surface. We have a spot right here, and what we will have to do there is we must apply this material to a smooth surface. So we will fill that in and then grind it smooth. We're here in the assembly department, and you can see two screws that have already had this hard surfacing applied, and you see the smooth surface that I talked about, and how it's rougher over a previous coating of hard surfacing. We're just adding some hard surfacing where we really need it. The flight had been trimmed away at that point, and if it's too thick, we will simply grind a little material off that resistor tooth that I'm focused on right there. Also, that screw turns towards us as it rotates, so I want hard surfacing on that edge she's getting ready to do now. That way the hard surfacing will be doing the cutting or pushing through the fiber.